Happy New Year! Welcome to another episode of Lobdell Universe. I'm here with Rose again. It is the new year, and we thought, why not celebrate with everybody in the audience? I hope everybody's having a great time tonight. I know we are. Woo!
Yeah, woo!
I mean, we got all this stuff on here. We're showing that we're celebrating, and it's a new year for everybody out there. I hope you're looking forward to 2024. I know a lot of people were trying to get rid of 2023. It's been a rough year in good and bad ways. I've enjoyed it, but I've heard a lot of problems.
Sorry, I got you. Okay.
You are fine.
So.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Do we?
you know, the one thing you really got to be careful. There's two things you want to not do when you're on camera or you're on a mic. That's one. What's the other?
Just stay quiet for a moment.
Nope.
Oh.
So anyway. Yeah. You just did both. You just went so.
I'm terrible at this. Okay.
Someday.
So. I use so much.
So tell me what you really think.
Okay, so I use so much. I can't stop using so. Anyway, we're gonna start with the New Year's resolutions for 2024.
We're gonna go right to New Year's resolutions. We're not gonna start with the end of Christmas. We're gonna jump right into New Year.
My bad.
I mean, I know it's Happy New Year to everybody, but we have to backtrack for a second and go, hey.
I wrote it down different.
Our last one was Christmas Eve, and we talked about the happiness of coming up for Christmas the next day.
I'm jotting that.
So let's talk about how it went. So let's start with, did you get everything you wanted?
Well, from the grandparents, I got $20 gift card at Barnes & Nobles. We thought it was $50 because they said, wait, am I allowed to say that? They're going to hear it?
No, because they're going to hear it, but it's too late now. It's on there. We've recorded it.
You can take it out.
I'm not taking that out.
Oh, jeez. Sorry, Grandpa. Anyway, so we got $20 Barnes & Nobles gift card, so I got...
Okay, for the record, everybody, when you give a gift card, make sure you put the price on it.
Write it down.
Not in a bad way. It's not that people, they need to just know what's on it, because then you go to use it and you don't realize there's something on it or not. And that's what happened to us today.
We were told it was $50 per me and Lane. And so we had...
But for to my mom's defense,
Yeah.
she said, I think so.
And
she didn't remember.
Also, they've got stuff piled up, so.
What do you mean they have piled up?
I mean, they have so many things to think about. And 2 little gift cards? Or 4 little gift cards? Well, no, 3. One had it written down.
I don't quite follow, but okay,
anyway, from the Barnes & Nobles, I think I got 4 books that I'm excited about. I got 2, jacket blanket gifts that I'm really happy about. I got fidgets. I got a movie. And so I'm really happy with this year.
Let's clarify, what movie did you get?
The Barbie movie.
Barbie, yay!
I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world.
I am Ken now.
It's Kenough.
It's Ken now.
No, it's Kenough because it's
I
enough.
know it says
Ken.
Kenough. That's the joke.
Because Ken is enough.
Ken doesn't know how to spell correctly.
Oh,
That's supposed to be Ken now. That's what I was trying to explain to you. I am Ken now. He kept saying it. He has a whole song about being Ken now. But he doesn't know how to spell it, so it's all one word. It's not Ken now. It's Canal.
Canal? Like canal?
Cano. Like you're thinking it's Cano, but it's all one word.
Did you say canal?
Yes, because I'm emphasizing
C-A-L...
K-E-N-O-U-G-H.
Okay, anyway.
No, it doesn't make any sense. I didn't make the movie. It's just how it is.
Do you like what you got for Christmas?
What did I get?
I don't know. I gotta take these glasses off. Everything's piled up and it hurts. No, because it's with
I
the
want to take
headbands
these
on.
glasses off so bad too.
No,
It's killing me.
I know, but it hurts because I have the head.
But we lasted a few
This.
minutes with them on. It's okay.
Yeah.
And
Well,
now I can
yours
see.
are more important.
Oh.
Mine are just blue light.
All right, so back to Christmas. And I said so also. I don't want to hear it.
I love saying so. It's just in my blood.
Okay.
So.
Back to you first before we go to get into me.
Okay.
All right, so with everything that you got,
Yeah.
first of all, you had one come late. There's nothing we can do about that. I guess it came from China and they decided to dictate when they got here.
It's
I don't
a
know.
small business, so. It
Is that what it was?
Yeah, it wasn't Amazon where it said, it'll come in 3 days.
But it was the same company, so if we would have got it from Amazon, that still didn't make any sense.
We've just said so like 5 times.
I didn't. You did.
You just said so.
I did
though.
not. We're going to go back on that video and we're going to find out.
And you said it was so in the same company.
Yeah, well, I might have said it in a sentence, but I didn't start with so.
Oh, I'm not talking about that. I'm saying you said it in a sentence. And you're
Well,
not
I can't
supposed to
help
say
sending it in
so.
a sentence. I mean, that's different than
Than
just going. That's the same. Like, I'm not going to go,
setting it in a sentence.
setting it in a sentence.
It's saying it in a sentence.
Setting it in a sentence.
Floopers, I say. Floopers.
Floopers, not bloopers. Floopers.
Yeah, because it's a flop.
That's an all new one.
It's a flop. It's a flooper. It's a blooper flopper.
Well, isn't it an epic fail?
Yeah. And
So is it a?
so F for fail, F for floop, and then blooper is added onto those. Flooper.
Epic flooper.
Yeah, it's an epic flooper.
It's an epic flooper. Ladies and gentlemen, it's an epic flooper.
By Rose Lobdell.
Yes. We have a new way to talk about things. Epic floopers now.
Yeah, if you try and do like a skateboard
I'm
trick.
gonna title this episode the Epic Floopers.
Yeah. The Lobdell flippers.
Should we make a whole new podcast just called Epic Floopers?
No, but that should have been our name.
No.
Okay.
Back to your gifts.
Anyway.
So there I go and saying so again because sometimes I can't stop myself either.
I know. So is just in my blood.
The fidgets that you got.
Yeah.
How cool was the fidgets? Which one was your favorite fidget?
That's hard.
Well, let's explain to everybody the different types of ones that we got because for some reason, I don't know how many other people saw them on Amazon. I'm sure they all were big hits too, but it was just the year of fidgets for some reason.
I know which one was my least favorite.
Which
the
one?
cube.
The cube. I figured that.
I'm not like a Rubik's cube or like a triangular cube person.
Or a puzzle kind of person.
Yeah, well, I could do a puzzle, but like not that big of a person. I would rather play with slime. Or I'd rather read.
Which was funny because you both got a bunch of slime and Lane was like, why do I have so much slime? I don't even play with it.
And I tried to tell him to give them to me, and he's like, no.
And what's funny is I had both of them wrap slime for the other person. Yeah. So when Lane did it for Rose, no big deal. Okay, this is expected. Not a surprise. But then when she was doing it for Lane, she was like, why is he getting slime? This isn't fair. Where's my slime? I want slime. This is really cool.
No,
and I'm sitting there going, hey, obviously you're both getting it. If I wouldn't be letting you see slime if you weren't getting it. Duh.
It's because when we were wrapping in the garage, Dad would bring out the gift, map it out, and then bring it to me, and I would like tape it, wrap it, and all that stuff. And so I got one slime being like, okay, slime makes sense. Lane would like slime. Another slime, I'm like, okay, that's a little weird. Lane doesn't need 2 slimes. Another slime, I'm like, okay, something's wrong. Why would he need 3 slimes? Another, I'm like, there's got to be that end of it. I checked the bag. That was the end.
Yes.
And then I find out on Christmas Day, my mom got a whole 20-pack. And me and my brother each got 4. So we got 8 out of 20.
Yes.
But the funny thing is, it was just like slime after slime.
How are we going to figure out how to give you the rest of them, the other 12?
I have a birthday coming up.
I don't think you need 12 for your birthday. You're not going to get through the first 4 by then.
What if I mix them all together and make a mess? Then I need 4 more.
Slime is messy, that's for sure.
Just mix it all together and throw it at Lane.
Right.
Just videotape it.
No.
Okay. Anyway, I also got a puking ball.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites right there.
Oh, I know. Your work loved it. I loved it. Lane loved it. Mom loved it. But the puking ball is just this rubber ball of this guy who has a bigger...
Should have pulled it out.
It's over there. It has a bigger mouth, and then it can slurp up the slime once you squeeze it, and it's like a water-based slime. So it jiggles like water, and it acts like water. And
Where did you put it? Oh, I see it.
yeah, that's what to say. It's not that hard to find. And then it can slurp it up, puke it out, and it's just really fun toy. And then we also got magnets of these little balls that become a rope, and then you can like make them into things. He's just a little rubber guy.
So you get this little ball that has a face on it. Let's put my headset back on so I can hear.
Don't knock over the wine.
I'm not going to knock over the wine. So you get this little ball. It's got a little face on it, and then squeeze it, and it'll puke. And it also comes with its own puke bag, so you can store the puke and take care of it, so that it stays healthy. Puke,
like a little baby.
So the funny thing about this too is, so they had to go out of town for a couple of days to go see family, and I had to stay and watch the dogs. So I had my pool league team over, and I forgot to tell them what this was. I had the slime in it, and I was going to show it to them. I was all excited, and then I totally forgot and got distracted by playing pool with everybody. So the one girl picks it up, and she's like, "What is this?" And she goes, "Blah!" all over right in front of her, and she freaked out and started screaming because she didn't know what happened. She didn't know what it was. I was laughing so hard. And I was like, and then I had to show them how you can put it back in the puke bag and how you can puke and suck it back up. And it's such a simple little gadget, but it's really quite funny.
That could like hold you for hours just watching it. And then I like to just play with the slime because it's a water base and it acts as if water when you like poke it.
Yeah, it's a little liquidy, but yet it doesn't really leave a mark on it.
Yeah,
really
like it feels like there's water in your hand, but then you move it and it acts like slime staying together, and then there's no residue left over and it's not wet or anything.
So then the other thing that you like is the specs. Did you like this one too?
Yeah, it's called specs, my bad. Yeah, magnets.
Yeah, these are magnets. They're little tiny magnets.
That could keep me busy for over 5 hours.
Oh, easily. I mean, just the patience it takes to do this is insane because there's so many, and they come in like 500 or 1,000. So I'm sitting there thinking 500 can't be enough. I've got to get 1,000. And no, I did not need 1,000 because they are more than enough. These things are just endless. You can.
So he got 1,000, and then there's these ones that are smaller that are 500. Me, Lane, and my mom each got 2 500 ones. I mixed my two together to get 1,000 worth, and it fit in the little small thing. But it's just so fun to mess around.
I mean, you can do so much with these things. It's crazy.
And when you make it into a string and then like make it into like a basket without like a bottom. I accidentally dropped mine, and it took me probably like 30 minutes to make. But I dropped mine and had to remake it. And so it could keep me busy for hours. But it takes so long.
Oh, it takes so much patience.
I know. Especially, but the good thing is they have enough magnetic force to stick together and not like fall down where like either a dog or a baby could get it.
Well, you do have to be careful if you drop them, but yes. But the good thing is that it comes with this little metal plate. So if you drop them, you can just put it on the floor in the area and it'll pick it back up.
This became an ad.
It is. That's what happens with some of these, that's the whole point. That's why I brought my stuff out and said, check out the puking ball.
This is an ad now, not sponsored though.
We're not sponsored by the puking ball yet, but if they're listening someday, we sign off on the puking ball. It's awesome.
Sign off. Okay, anyway.
Yes, we agree. They get the seal of approval from us.
Thinking what else I got. I got socks.
Yes, but did you try them on yet?
No, I haven't had. I've tried the Steve Madden ones. I'm wearing them.
The new ones? Are they long enough?
Yes.
Okay.
They fit with my Doc Martens, and those are the highest ones I have.
Okay, so they just made it.
They probably have like this much left, which is not that much, but it works. But instead of others who are like, oh, I got socks, yay! I actually needed some. So.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I asked him for them because they have weird sewn patterns that he knows I don't like.
And other than that, you just basically got clothes. You didn't get anything.
I got sweaters, and I got a Froggy and a Sharky.
Your frog thing, I still don't wrap my head around. It's so weird.
The one thing I don't like is when the hood's down, it's like choking you because there's so much weight.
Because it's so long, yeah. So she got this frog that turns into a sweatshirt, but it's one size fits all, so it's big enough. It's too big for me.
It goes past my knees.
I mean, she could sleep in this thing. It's so big.
I have.
It's really weird. I don't get it at all.
I like to use it, except for I wish the hood was in there, but that's how you get into the frog. But the hood like weighs so much when it's down, and I don't use hoods, and I'm not supposed to at school, so I don't.
And then you got, what was that? You got some jewelry.
Oh, yes. I have Flyows. It's Flyow, and it's a constellation necklace. I got Route 20, no, not Route 21, Hot Topic earrings. I think that's it.
I thought there was no necklace.
Yeah. And City got me a necklace that says Dancing in the Rain, which I've already lost. I had it downstairs when I took it off, and then it disappeared from there.
One of us has danced in the rain a few times.
I have.
You have?
Probably at least 5 times.
Okay.
In my 11 years.
I think we've done it once together, but yes, I like dancing in the rain.
I like it when it's not like hard rain, when it's like a little over mist.
I prefer dancing in the rain over singing in the rain.
Well, when you sing in the rain, you lift up and then it gets all in your mouth.
No, it's a side joke. There's a movie called Singing in the Rain.
No.
It's one of the greatest dance movies of all time because it's Fred Astaire and forget the guy or the girl that dances with them, but it's an amazing movie for dancing, specifically like the ballroom dance world I'm from. It was a big deal.
One sec.
Taking that off finally too.
No, it's because it's first of all headphones. Not headphones. What's it called? Headbands. I've worn for years, and they always sit right behind my ear on a sensitive skin spot, and they always rub right there, and they have like the plastic that's like hard right there until you break it.
Plus you have a headset on.
And yeah, the headset's like pushing it harder, so it hurts.
It's okay. We tried. We lasted a little while.
I at least lasted 2 minutes.
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't mean to take that off. It fell off. I could have put it back on.
You can put it on here.
No, it's fine. It's on display. We were very festive today.
We decorated the mics.
Terrible.
I almost dropped the chair.
These are the worst.
One sec.
No, don't do it in the mic. That was super loud.
Sorry.
Oh, everybody's going to be listening going, oh! I have to go in and just turn that one spot down so it goes, oh. See if I can play with it. You're right there, wrong pipe.
Yeah. I got Mom's cough. It's like, it sounds like you're like coughing into this or like spitting into this wrong. I think I see my spit in here.
I wouldn't be surprised.
It's gross.
It is gross. Make sure you give that to Lane after we're done.
I thought that would work. I'm just like.
So I got a couple figures that I'm supposed to find places on this wall for, which I don't understand how that's possible.
I forget what you got. Wasn't it?
It was that thing, Thor, overweight Thor, which is really hard to tell he's overweight.
Yeah.
Then
you that thing. But you also got, I think it was R2D2. No, wait, it's the other guy.
Yeah, there is a CP3PO and an R2D2 that are like bobblehead kind of things.
The Pops thing. The
Funko Pops.
Funko Pop.
I think they both are.
Yeah.
And I'm not really. I've got a couple of them up there, but just a couple of them. I'm not that big of a Funko kind of guy.
I think you like those better.
Yeah, like real figurines, like the real thing, Toys that I can play with, not bobbleheads that just sit there and until we can get a bobblehead of Rose, then it'll be funny as hell. Then I'll play it all the time.
Bobblehead of Rose?
Yes.
I already have one in my room, but it's the State Farm one.
These aren't very good bobbleheads.
No, not at all.
Maybe a little bit.
I mean, for free, sure.
But I'm sure everybody would love to have a Rose bobblehead. Let us know if you want to buy one, and I'll work on making them.
Yeah, Lane could actually do that, technically.
Well, we do have ability to do a 3D printing. Maybe we can 3D print one. I don't know.
I would be fine with that as long as I can foolproof it.
Foolproof it?
Yeah, make sure it actually looks good. Because sometimes they come out looking funky.
Yeah, it would look funky on purpose because I'd be making it. Nice try.
I know. Wait,
like I'm just going to make a normal looking bobblehead.
What would you do to it?
Well, I would definitely make your head really big,
Dumb.
really long hair,
Duh. Well, do you mean like?
So you'd have to have a really skinny body so that the hair can come out around it, so that the hair can move with you.
That won't help actually. I've had ones like that, and it just because the hair would be by the body.
If we take this little guy right here and we put hair that's out here that doesn't touch.
Oh, out there. Okay. I thought you meant like right here, so it would be like doink, doink, and then it wouldn't bobble.
No, I'll make sure it bobbles.
Yeah, that would be fun with me. But I would say do an oversized sweater, so it's actually me.
We'll think about that.
That goes to like
the frog sweater that goes all the way down to your knees.
Middle thigh.
Frog sweater. You got it. No problem.
Middle thigh. Anyway, what did you like for Christmas? How did Christmas go for you?
Well, the can jam was awesome, which I guess I was the one that bought it anyway. But I'm looking forward to playing can jam with you guys.
What's that?
It is instead of playing cornhole.
Oh, that thing.
It's with a frisbee and a can, and it's very similar to cornhole. The scoring is very similar, but it's really it's a little bit more complicated than cornhole, I think. But either way, I'm really good with a frisbee, so I figured why not? And it's easier to set up, and you can put it anywhere, and it doesn't take up any space.
The dogs would probably use it.
No, well, Rocket cannot be outside while we're throwing a frisbee because we'll never get it back.
Well, we'll get it back, but it'll be chewed up and slobbered on.
Yes, that does not help playing can jam. So, other than that, why are you drawing a picture of my hat?
It's not your hat, it's this hat. I'm doing a very bad job of it.
Yeah, it's not that great.
It's because I'm doing it while I'm talking.
Usually
I do it with like music.
You would think that you're focusing on the camera and less on the little doodle that you're doing, but we all have our own thing to do.
I get sidetracked very easily.
All right, so we're done talking about Christmas now? Is there anything else we forgot about?
Let me think. Oh, Dumb Ways Die.
Oh.
It's right there.
Right there.
I was thinking about family presents we got, and Mom and Lane got this.
We always get board games or card games to play, and Dumb Ways to Die is hilarious.
Wait, isn't the Taco Cat Goat Cheese Pizza from Christmas? Or am I going crazy?
No, I think...
Because we can show that from last year.
It might have been. I don't know.
I don't know where that went.
Here. It's in my backpack, I believe. I think I stole it. But Dumb Ways to Die was pretty funny. It's simple, straight to the point, and it can be really fast.
The instructions are a little confusing, but once you understand it, you can do games in under 8 minutes.
Yeah, we were playing pretty fast.
We did one under 2 minutes.
It just depends on how many people, but you can also play up to 6 people, so it's really cool too. I had 5 or 6 people playing at one time the other night. It was hilarious. We were laughing so hard. So simple game, a lot of fun.
Other people's beans.
Yes.
And your beans die in the most dumb and funny ways. One was stuck in a washing machine.
That's hilarious.
I know, right? And then one burnt himself.
Yes, caught himself on fire.
And then one crashed himself into something. I think it was a truck. And then one sawed his head off. Anyway.
All right, so that was our experience of Christmas. It was tolerable, basically, in a roundabout way.
Was it our best Christmas yet?
No.
Which one was the best?
I would say last year or the year before was, because I'd gotten some really cool stuff for you guys. When did you get the VR? Was that 2 years? Yeah. 2 years ago or last year?
That was for something else. That was
a Christmas present.
Oh. That was last year, though.
Was it? Has it only been a year since we've had that VR?
We got it in 2023 of
I don't think so. I think it's been 2.
I thought we got it in June?
I think it's been 2 years.
It might have been.
Unless we got it for my birthday, but I'm pretty sure it was for Christmas.
I know we went to Target and got it. I know we all chipped in from Target gift cards.
And we've been getting stuff like, I got a new phone last year right before Christmas. I got a computer the year before. We've gone through a lot of computers over the last couple of years for each of us, Yeah. So we were very electronics heavy for years, and this year, none of that.
Well, yeah, but that's for one reason. The one kid who always gets electronics didn't get any. For some reasons I'm not going to say for his sake.
I'll say it because his grades are terrible. Unacceptable. And he's learning why and learning the punishment and so on and so forth. It happens.
So on and so forth and what have you.
And what?
And what have you?
Yeah, something like that.
Sue?
Yes, Sue Heck. Yeah, I got the joke.
We loved the middle. Yeah.
All right, so
We get sidetracked.
We got done with Christmas. Everything went great. We survived. And then you had to go out of town 2 days later.
Yeah.
Which not in a good way. She had to go out of town for a funeral. We had a relative pass away, so we wanted to be there for the family and stuff like that. That was, tough. How did that go for you?
So I know funerals are supposed to be like those sad moments where you all have to like be sad, but me and Lane brought a card game, and then people were able to join and leave and then join again, and it was actually a really fun card game, and so people were
You played
happy.
that at the funeral? I thought you played that at the house.
No, that was at like the lounge area after and before the like whatever it's called where you all gather around and talk. Or not talk, but like
The viewing.
yeah, whatever that was.
Did you go to a funeral home?
I was sat within it, and I sat by. They brought Sammy, and Sammy was like sleeping, and he snored a little. So he was in there going like, when when Grandpa David was like talking, being like so sympathetic, and then Sammy was just over in the corner snoring right beside me, and I was like laughing, and then Mom stepped away for a minute because she was coughing too hard during it. But it went well. It was very emotional, and then we would either go. I thought you were just going across across the sidewalk or something, but they said they went on the highway to bury the body, and then the cops had to come. But apparently the cops came late.
Yeah, because they help direct traffic.
Yeah, but me and Lane stayed inside, and it was me, Lane, Patty, Neil, which are some friends, and then I want to say maybe 6 or 5 older ladies who are really fun to talk to, because once Lane got on his phone and got busy, I had to do something, so me and Patty were talking to the older ladies and we're doing Would You Rather, and their answers were hilarious.
I think this is the first funeral in history where someone brought a random card game to play for people who I guess were bored. I've never heard of this before, never done that before. It's a very strange way to go to a funeral. So you didn't go to the burial, you just stayed at the
Lounge
funeral
area.
home?
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's because, first of all, cold. They said we could stay in if it was warm. Second of all, cold.
Yeah, it was Indianapolis, so
And-
a little colder
yeah.
than down here in Nashville.
And then third of all, I didn't know if I wanted to walk out there like that.
Yeah.
And I didn't know where they were going, because I heard where they were just like going across the street, but apparently they went on a highway and walked somewhere, and it took like 30 minutes, 40 minutes.
Well, yeah, usually there's a little bit of a drive, even if it's a short one, but there's usually a drive.
And they said they were supposed to go in their cars, but then they said they were supposed to walk, so I had no clue what happened.
Confusing.
Like they said, we're going to walk over to bury the body, and then they're like, okay, everybody head to your cars and we'll show you the way.
Speaking of hearses, which is the car that they drive the coffin in, a friend of mine bought a hearse recently, and he's setting it up to, I think he's setting it up so that he can drop supplies off at job sites for people. So could you imagine, like, I'm on a job site and all of a sudden a hearse rolls up with material in it for me?
Is it in a coffin?
No.
No.
Not that I'm aware of yet. I don't know where they're going with it. I just think it's hilarious. Shout out to Isaiah Pride
I'm trying to think of what else happened.
and Wicked Colors, because they're the ones that are doing it.
And also at the funeral, I was the youngest. Lane was the second youngest. And the third youngest was this 22-year-old. She wanted to go by her middle name, Mackenzie. Mackenzie. But she was wearing like a goth look. And then she looked like she was 18 in my eyes. Like she was shorter than 22, but also like with all the makeup and like the personality, it looked 18. But she was able to drink 22, and she's like had tattoos. So
No, you're not getting a tattoo.
I don't want a tattoo. I'm
Good
scared of
answer.
them. I might have a small phobia of tattoos.
Yeah, sure. I'll keep that reason. That's fine.
I looked up. I saw an up close tattoo thing of all the needles, and now I'm like horrified.
Good answer.
And then, yeah, that was.
So you got back from the funeral after a long drive because it's from Indianapolis. So you stopped in Louisville to hang out with your grandfathers and hung out there for a night and then came home the next day.
Yeah, because we drove an hour and a half from Indianapolis to closer to Louisville. And then we didn't want to drive like 3 more hours to that day because it was like already 6. And we'd get home around like 9 or something. And so we just thought we'd stay another night and then drive the next day.
I, on the other hand.
And I was woken up the next day by my grandpa, Floyd, doing dishes.
At 5 o'clock, 5:30 in the morning?
No, it was at like 7.
Oh.
At their time, so 6 our time.
You got to sleep in a little bit?
Well,
Mom said she didn't.
The day before, it was 5, and that would be 4 our time.
So they didn't have the restaurant opened up?
No, they took that week off.
Oh, wow. I was wondering about that.
For the New Year and something else.
See, we were, yeah, that's funny. Okay. I'll move on from that part.
What?
Nothing.
Okay.
We were thinking about the fact that you might stay for a couple of days, but I wasn't sure. I was like thinking they had to work the whole time. I, on the other hand, been off all week too. It's been nice.
Oh, and the one time you joined, or not the one time, one of the times you joined us going to see them, me, you, Lane, Mom, Grandpa Floyd, and Grandpa David all went to, apparently it's called Firehouse or Fire something, where it had cake when you walked, like a little cake bakery when you walked in, and then you'd go like eat, and then after you'd have cake. And we had like a double chocolate cake.
Yeah.
That's been in my mind forever, and that's just a memory I have. So when we got there, they're like, "Oh, it's like already 6 or like 4 or something. What do you want to eat?" And first thing that popped in my head was the Firehouse place, because I'm like, I want double chocolate cake. So we went there. I actually ate more than Lane at that place. That's weird. And then at the end, I got double chocolate cake.
So for a side note to this double chocolate cake moment, I have disturbing video of her at 1 year old for her first birthday going, ew, to the chocolate cake or to a cake. She wouldn't touch it. She got frosting on her hands and she started crying, and I have it all on film. Maybe I will put it on this video just for everybody to watch right now while we're talking about it.
I was a very sassy baby.
Yeah, it took a couple of years for her to not just only eat frosting. First, it started with she started to like the frosting on the top. And so you get her a cupcake and she'd lick the frosting off and give you back the cupcake. Yeah. And until now, she's finally obsessed with the cake. So it took a while. I'm having the same issues with condiments. She refuses to have any kind of sauce on anything, any kind of condiment in anything. There is no such thing as mayonnaise or ketchup or, heaven forbid, spaghetti sauce. There is no such thing with this girl. No dressing on your salad. She eats just plain salad.
No lettuce, no...
No, you have to eat lettuce. There's lettuce in your salad.
Oh, wait, my bad. No tomato, lettuce. No pico.
Pico?
Pico.
Today's brought to you by Pico.
Wait, that's actually a good brand name, Pico.
For what?
Pickles.
The Pico pickles?
Yeah. Pico's pickles.
Pico's pickles.
But it's like a southern accent. Pickles.
Pickles, pickles.
That's more of a like rooster thing. Pickles.
Pickles, pickles.
Okay, anyway. We got so sidetracked.
We did not. We're doing just fine. So what I was going to say was, while they were driving up to Louisville and up to Indianapolis to go to a funeral, I had a party.
Yeah. So the funny thing was, we were planning to drive the next morning, like 5 hours to get to the funeral. And instead we're like, we don't want to drive 5 hours, so we're going to drive 3 hours, stay with my grandpa's, and then drive the next hour and a half with them. And before we actually decided that, we didn't know that dad here was throwing a party already. And
I had already scheduled it.
And so my mom's like, okay, we're going to go actually tonight, driving 3 hours. And he's like, good, because I already planned a party before you knew.
I hadn't even told her yet.
Yeah.
I already told everybody to come over from the team. We were going to practice. And
so it worked out perfectly. But the thing is, he never told her until we were already like, we're going to leave tomorrow.
In fact, she literally was like, I think we're going to leave today. And I was like, great, because I already scheduled a party for tonight. And she was like, what? It was pretty funny.
Yeah. She was talking about that when we were in Louisville.
And we had a great time practicing, getting together, playing Dumb Ways to Die. Yeah.
Puking with the puke
Playing
ball.
with the puking ball.
Magnets.
Obsessed with the magnets.
Magnets is one of the best.
The only thing I didn't bring out was Can Jam because it was dark.
I don't think we were going to use Cam Jam for like a month.
No, we're not using it right now. It's cold outside.
Yeah, for like a month.
I mean, I guess you could play with a Frisbee in the cold. I don't know why you couldn't, but still. It's the whole hanging out in the cold is the problem for you, isn't it?
No, it's the whole problem of what's going on in your mind.
I don't understand. There's a lot of things going on in my mind. What's that got to do with Can Jam?
That's still weird to say. I've never heard of Can Jam. Because it sounds like...
Well, I told you the story about the first time I played it. It's been a while, but remember I played it with Cade. So you were there. We were at Brian's house for the 4th of July a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I don't remember if it was the first year of COVID.
I think I ran away with his daughter when she was like 7. And I was
but it was like either the year before COVID or the year of COVID. It was one of the two. I can't remember. So we're at my nephew's house in Ohio for the 4th of July. And we're all hanging out over there, and the youngest nephew tells me about this game, Can Jam, and I'm like, never heard of this before. And he explains it to me, and just like I was trying to explain it to you. And so I'm standing there, and there's this little slot in the side of the can, and he said if you throw it in that slot, you automatically win. But I've never done that before. I've never seen anybody do it before. And I still haven't played the game yet. He's telling me the instructions. So I'm looking at him, and I just looked at him, and I said, so if I put it right there in that slot right there, I automatically win. And he goes, yeah. And I was like, okay, right in. First throw, first attempt.
Yeah, I think I ran upstairs with Brian. Is that the name?
Yeah.
Brian's daughter, because she was like
Avery.
year or two younger than me.
Yeah, Avery. Right.
I think she was 7. I might have been like 9 or 8.
So
and I think I just ran away with
it was
her.
so funny because like they were all just like, and the game was over. And I won.
How far were you from it?
Whatever the distance is supposed to be.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You're just like, so I win there.
Done. Simple as that.
That was
right through the slot.
That was a bad throw.
Couldn't have been any better. He had never even seen it before. So I became the epic uncle. Oh.
The
crowd goes wild. Oh.
Isn't Cade and you
Crowd's in the background going...
Isn't Cade and you the only people who have actually graduated from college?
Oh, no, Brian finally did too.
Oh.
And then Sydney just did, or is about to. I think she did.
Who's the person we sent the video to? Of like...
That was Cade because of getting accepted into grad school.
Oh, my bad.
A very specific grad school. And he got accepted in the first round, and which means he probably is going to get a little bit of funding for that too. A lot of times they get put on a wait list and things like that. He made it through round 1. That's why we were celebrating so much. That was what the big deal was. Not that he got in. It was the very first round of choice of people.
Isn't he the only one other than you that did that?
Yeah, he'll be the first. He'll be the second one to go to grad school, yes.
So in your side of the family of Ohio.
Oh, well, yeah. Then, of course, there's Mom. But on my side of the family, yes.
Yes.
Yes, for the Lobdells.
But basically, on Dad's side of the family... He was the first one ever to go to grad school. Yes.
I was the first one, well, roughly the first one to graduate college, but I definitely was the first one to go to grad school, finish, all that kind of stuff. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. I need my pencil back real quick.
Good luck finding it. I saw it fly all over the place like a Can Jam, like a Frisbee. Here, you want me to throw it now?
No,
I'll throw it at the screen, see if I can hit it.
No, don't do a transition like that. Don't break my pencil. I need the pen. No, there's actually a pencil back there. I need the pencil.
I know, that's why I was laughing. I was like, there's another pencil right there.
I need the pencil.
All right.
It's actually from my room.
What's next on our list there? Now we got to start about the new year. Now it's all about
New Year resolution.
We are here to talk about. This was the whole point. We've talked for how long about nothing, and now we got to talk about the new year.
I know. I'm like, we're getting sidetracked.
We spent. She said that we only had 30 minutes to do this because it was almost bedtime.
Yeah.
We've already spent 30 minutes doing it, and it's not bedtime because it's New Year's. We're staying up all night.
I know.
We are going to party as soon as we get off the mic. Woo! We got fireworks to shoot off. Maybe I'll film some of that and show it on here too. Oh, got your attention on that one.
No, I had an idea, and then I just lost it.
Oh.
I had an idea. Oh, dang it. My bad.
Right. So, what is your New Year's resolution? Or do you even have one?
I haven't been fully thinking about it because I've been on a trip for the past days, and then I just got home, and now my friends are like spamming me. It's actually one of the first times in a while that my friends actually call me. Usually they're all like distant kind of and like not calling because they're so busy. But now that we're all bored out of our minds, that we're like spamming each other.
Everybody's back home. And you know, the sad thing is you got a whole nother week off of school. I still can't wrap my head around how long you get off of school. I mean, some of us have to work for a living. We can't just hang out with you all the time because you get all this time off.
And then I have to wake up at 6 a.m. again in a week.
Yeah, but you have a whole nother week.
I know.
You better start getting up at 6 a.m. like on Wednesday so you can get ready for next week.
Oh, I am gonna. Yeah, I plan on doing that.
The one downfall to them being out of town is usually, you know, the dogs usually get up with whoever gets up first. And it's usually around, 7:30, 8 o'clock. Well, instead, they wanted to get up at 5:30 in the morning, the two mornings I had to myself. And they would come into my room and huff at me. And I'm like, why are you getting up at 5:30 in the morning? I even stayed up later than the family does. Like, it was driving me insane. I was getting so mad at them.
Wait, what happened?
The dogs got me up at 5:30 both mornings.
Oh, yeah. That's because me and Lane were sleeping. Because the dogs wake up when they wake up, and then they run out of mom's room and, like, chase in the hallways, playing, trying to get, like, us to wake up, and then we don't wake up or don't get up and, like, just too lazy to get up. So they're out there having to go to the bathroom while we're sleeping in. And then when someone finally was like, fine, since you're scratching at my door, I'll wake you, or I'll go, like, let you outside. And then they just, like, leave them downstairs.
Well, and I left the door open so that I would hear them. And I heard them get up, so I'd get up every time. But the second morning, I got up, I let them out, and went back to bed. Half an hour later, Rocket comes into my room. I thought she was going to puke. And I was like, no! And I jumped up, and she ran downstairs, and she didn't have to puke. She was just huffing at me. I was so mad.
Literally, if she's by you for 2 seconds, she'll be like, start sneezing.
Yeah, it was, I thought she was.
Why does she sneeze so much? Is it to get your attention? Is it like a snort sneeze?
No, that's marking you when she does that on top of you. She's marking you.
No, I mean, even if she sits by me and I'm like on my phone on a chair, she'll be like down there, be like.
No, but when she sneezes is different than just that. She's a little odd.
Oh, back to resolution.
Oh yeah, we were talking about. I forgot. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
I was thinking to try and find better, like, in most of my friends, I want to find out, like, if they're true friends or not. But I do want to hang out with my friends more instead of, like, being too lazy to try and contact them to hang out. And I want to be more confident about myself. It's my New Year's resolution.
Well, it's not a bad one. I think you can work on both of those.
So I want to find red flags easier because I'm really dumb at that. I want to, like, make more plans with my friends instead of being distant. And then I want to be more confident.
That makes sense. And I agree with you because we've talked about that, about trying to get together with, friends or bringing them over here or stuff like that, like trying to figure out how we're going to do that.
But then everybody's like, wait, I don't want my kid at your house. I've never been at your house. Why don't you come to my house instead? I've never been to your house, though.
It's always like, no, let's go to a third person's place. Let's go to an amusement place. Let's go to
and then we go
shopping mall.
Go out to places so you don't get to their house. But then I wanted for my birthday to have a sleepover. But then all the moms are like, I don't know your house though. So then I'm trying to
or our rules.
But then I'm trying to plan for people to come over here, but I can only text the group chat since I don't have their parents' phone numbers because that's my mom's job. And I text the group chat, and they're like, okay, I want to come, like, Thursday. Or, like, I want to plan that Thursday. Then they never tell their parents. Thursday comes up, and I'm like, are you still coming over? And they're like, oh, my mom won't let me.
Yeah, and
then my mom's never been to your house, so I can't come over.
it is a strange day and age because even your mom and I were talking about it, and she's on the same page. She's like, well, we don't know enough about these people. And I'm like, we didn't know enough about the people when we were growing up in high school and when we were living in small town, but we're not in small town. These people live 30, 40 minutes away, some of these people. So it's not simple. At the same time, it should be, and it is a little annoying that it's so complicated in this day and age. It used to be so easy,
I know.
But now everybody's so worried about everything, and it's one of those things that you have to deal with.
Well, it's like compared to like when you were younger. First of all, now there's inflation. Second of all, now there's more like
There was inflation then too.
Kidnappers and killers, and so parents are scared apparently that their child's friends' parents or like their house might be dangerous.
Actually, it's not that as much as the way we raise you, and we may not raise you the same way that they want to raise their kid, so they don't want to bring their kid over here and find out that you raise them in a different way, and it makes it easier or bad. You know, like they may like it more and come home and go, well, why don't you do this? And it makes it complicated for the way that they raise their kid now. Back in the day, it didn't matter. It was, if you're at my house, it's my rules, period. Now it's like, well, what are your rules? So I know how to handle you at my house. That's, I'm sorry, but a little ridiculous.
But it's also that, and like, Mom said this, whenever she wanted, she could like run over to Emily's house and like they would hang out because they didn't live that far. Haven's like 10 minutes away. I could like when I get my driver's license, I could just drive over there once, like anytime is when I tell you. But the thing is, you always dream about those moments, but then you never get to like know them enough or go to their house where your parents don't feel safe with that apparently now. But also in all the movies, it's like the two best friends grow up together, so they're used to just running over and doing anything they want. Like it's okay, and I want to get to that point. But no one's parents are okay with that. They're straining me back.
Even to your point, we spent Halloween with Haven and her family, but we met at her mom's or grandmother's house, and we walked by their house, and they just said, oh, we live up on that street right there. We live in that little block right there. Didn't take us to the house, didn't show us the house.
Well, that's because we were trying to trick-or-treat, and we had their cousins.
It was right there.
We had her cousins, too, who were little children. But we had her aunt who could just take the cousins.
Nothing made any sense to me. I just was along for the ride.
Well, I just liked hanging out with Haven.
Yeah, it was cool. I had fun.
Haven is a really nice gal.
She's cool.
And she's not mean or have any red flags, really.
Yet. I doubt she will. I think you guys are...
Yeah.
But as long as she stays in your school, because I thought she was moving.
I try not to think about that.
Okay, I'm not going to bring it up.
I overwhelm myself thinking
up.
ahead, being like, I won't have the rest of my life to any of my friends because they'll all move away.
Yeah. I'm going to put this on to entertain ourselves.
That's going to hurt you in like 5 minutes.
It will not, because it's not touching me. It's on my hat. I haven't thought about a New Year's resolution at all. I think the only thing I could say that I need for a New Year's resolution is to do more of these videos.
That would be fun.
And we've started to kind of roll a little bit, but I got to get back to doing more for Concrete Mystique too. I still haven't done any new ones. I only have till the end of January to start getting more out there, so I'm kind of nervous about that. But you and I can sit here all day and do this.
I know. We'll just blabber on and get sidetracked. Right now, my eyes are stuck on the open sign behind you.
Because it's bright neon.
No, it's because I can like daydream while talking, while hearing you, and then my eyes get sidetracked when I daydream.
It's electric boogaloo galoo. Yeah.
My eyes burn and I have to blink and I'm
so I guess that's the best thing I can say is that I need to do more recordings, more interviews. But I need to figure out how to start doing it over the internet because I can't get people in here as easy.
Also with this is you don't have many videos of like Mom, City, Grandpa, Grandma, or Lane. It's only me who wants to do them, and that won't be that fun.
Oh, I think the two of us doing this every single day would be more than fun.
That would be funny, though.
I mean, we have plenty to talk about all the time. Speaking of, what's next?
Well, Where's my pencil?
Or are we done because it's already been 40 minutes?
We had one that was like an hour and 26 minutes long.
I know, but that's not why I'm saying that. I'm saying that because it's because we got to wrap it up and get going and go celebrate.
No, we have till midnight. We're fine.
Well, that's a good point. Okay, what's next?
So planning for 2024. What are we remodeling in the house next? Because we just finished our mudroom. It looks amazing.
Well, we're not done yet. The mudroom is done. The bathroom is getting there. Hopefully the bathroom will be in the next week, maybe 2, but I'm getting there. I finally got the base coat done. I got to start micro topping it tomorrow.
Giving you an insight, we finished our mudroom. It's like more of a turning on blue, and like it has blue walls and then like brown wood.
Yeah, it has a brown floor, tan and brown floor.
Tan. And then for the bathroom, we have like blue washer and dryer. Is the washer doing okay? Because it keeps leaking.
No, there's just a slight seal issue, but it's no big deal.
And then...
Which is great when you have a concrete floor instead of carpet we had before, because it doesn't get soaked in. It doesn't smell bad. It's easy to clean up. These concrete floors are amazing.
And then in the laundry room, we have a sink that we have not finished, and then a toilet and a shower that we can use for the dogs when they get skunked or just need a bath.
Right, or if I just want to try a cool shower, because it's going to be beautiful when I'm done.
We have to close the window.
Sure. Not really worried about that.
Okay. Anyway, so that's the next remodeling.
After we get done with that, we're hoping to go outside to this deck out here and gut the deck and start over again and add a screened-in porch or deck or whatever.
And have stairs.
Put a roof on it, have a stairway to it.
Roof.
Yeah.
That would be more fun to come out to. And fairy lights.
Fairy lights?
They're basically just like hanging of these that look more...
We're not going to have fairy lights.
It's basically what we have down there, but smaller.
But they're not going to be... What's fairy got to do with it?
No, that's just the name of the lights.
I've never heard of a light called a fairy light. Shocking alert.
Okay, anyway. Planning for birthdays.
You're only saying that because you have 2 coming up very quickly, your mom and you.
Yeah.
The other of us have months.
Yeah, so
just to make this worse, to the point, this is how good of a husband I am. a lot of my wife's birthdays have been while I'm out of town for World of Concrete. So I've only been
probably
in the last 14 years. I think I've been home 3 times for her birthday, maybe 4 if I'm lucky. This year, I leave the day before her birthday. I leave on Sunday and her birthday's on Monday. But to make it even worse, we made it into the tournament for our pool league, which happens to be that Friday and Saturday before. So that means at 7 o'clock Friday, well, at 5 o'clock Friday, because I have to be there to practice, I have to be at a big pool tournament all night Friday, all day Saturday, and then I fly out Sunday morning to World of Concrete for the whole entire week. I can't even have like a Saturday night party or a Sunday anything before her birthday. It's not as big of a deal that I'm not going to be here for her birthday again. It's an even bigger deal that I'm gone that much of it.
And then for Tuesday, you have your like pool practice. Wednesday, you have your regular weekly pool game.
No, we don't have the practice on Tuesday. It's just Wednesday.
Oh, well then Wednesday.
But to your point,
basically Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, Saturday, and Sunday, Dad won't be here.
Yep.
And Mom will be left with me and Lane.
Yep.
For her birthday. And me and Lane are going to bicker so much.
No more bickering. That's your New Year's resolution.
Oh, less bickering?
Yes.
Okay, we got to put that on Lane's too. Because that's not all me. Because if I walk away from the situation, he's going to just dig a bigger hole.
Okay.
He's done that before. Pool tournament.
Like
ornament, but tournament.
Tournament. Turtle tournament.
So what's the idea for your pool tournament?
What do you mean?
When are you going to, I think it was Vegas for your pool tournament?
Oh, well, no, this is just like I have 2 tournaments I have to win before we can get to Vegas.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yes, we got a long ways to go before we get that lucky.
I mean, you won last time.
Yes, but that's very rare. The chances of us doing that again is extremely rare.
And then putting it right by that one.
Yeah, I know. And then we've adjusted the team a little bit. We'll see if that makes any difference, but still, it's going to be difficult. We have one heck of a team, I will admit. I love my team. Shout out to No Limits.
That was little.
No,
Spanish.
that was the old one. That's the whole point. When I started over again, I started with a new name, new location, got rid of the problem, moved on with our lives.
So what's it called now?
No Limits. KNOW, as in like know your limits, not there is no limit. It is know your limits kind of thing. I thought that was a clever way to do it.
So basically, do you need to move that now?
Why? That's still celebrating what we did together. If I had to get rid of that,
Oh, it has the names on it.
Yeah, my name's on there. Tells you when you won it and everything. She's talking about this plaque back here called the Big Dog.
Wait, that was 2022?
Yeah, this is 23. That was last year.
I thought it was 2023 a fall.
No, that just happened. That would be now. We're
No,
still in 2023 for a few more minutes.
It's winter.
They don't call it winter. They call
It's
it
not
fall,
for a few
spring,
minutes,
and summer.
It's for a few hours. They can see your watch time.
Okay, so 3 hours. It's a few minutes to our lives.
Dad,
What?
it's over 3 hours.
It's under.
No.
Yes, it's 9:15.
9, 10, 11, 12.
No.
It's because it's 9:15.
It's the 10:15, 11:15.
Well, then it would be like
3:40.
3:45. 3 hours and 45 minutes. It wouldn't just be 3 hours.
2 hours and 45 minutes. Nice try.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you keep thinking about that math.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
Trying to one-up her dad like that's going to happen.
Well, no, because I'm used to being on Louisville time, so it's an hour behind, so I'm used to having.
You mean Louisville?
Louisville.
Louisville? Louisville.
He keeps saying like Louisville. It's Louisville. Mom says it's that.
I was
Mom
born
grew
and
up
raised
there.
near Louisville, Ohio, and I moved.
Wait, it's Ohio?
No, where I'm from, there's a Louisville. That's what I was explaining to you the other day. And that's what we call it. And every time I'm home, I'm like, you mean Louisville? And my whole family's like, no, it's Louisville. So then you make fun of me saying Louisville. And I don't care because it's still funny either way because nothing sounds right.
Okay,
Yeah, I think that's a good stopping point. We don't need to bore these people for an hour.
yes, we do.
It is New Year's. Let's go celebrate.
We have 3 hours. We have at least 30 more minutes.
Yeah, we're not filming for 3 hours.
No, I said 30 more minutes.
All right. I want to thank everybody for listening. Have a great New Year. I hope your resolution works. I hope you actually do what you say you're going to do. I know a lot of us don't over the years. But
Bless you.
don't forget to get Dumb Ways to Die because it's hilarious.
Such a family game. Oh, and Taco Cat Goat Cheese Pizza.
And Taco Cat Goat Cheese Pizza, if you haven't played that. Anybody that knows me knows that's one of my favorite games to play with a group. I take it everywhere I go for my conventions and conferences. So we will talk to you again soon. Happy New Year's to everybody. And have a great night.
Wait,
Thank you.
should we do the 3, 2, 1 thing?
Sure. One more time. 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! That was pathetic. Let's try that again. 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year!